Yeah, g'day guys. I thought I might just make a video about a major problem with these cars on this model. So I've made this video previously, but there have been a few more subscribers, I guess. So, see that clamp? Okay, the idle speed's come up because the fan just came on. I'll wait for it to turn off now. So you can just, this is now separate, there you go. So now you get the car leaning out, and idling quite low. It's all right at the moment, but in a few videos ago, on the very humid day, the car's idling very, very low. Now, before I shut the engine off, I'll show you something else. These pop off as you get oil build up in these lines. And you'll hear now the car compensating slightly, and eventually it'll bring a check engine light on. So that will be topped up with one of these tyres, like over here. I haven't done it yet because I wanted to see if it would come off. So on the other one, it had already come off by now. Okay, this one seems to have a bit less blow-by than the other car. What can I say? Before the tune. So for that bloke saying, when am I getting it tuned? Soon. The reason it's been delayed is it's not a priority for me. I want to get to know this car for how Subaru made it, and I have got the InGen on it. They claim that it's fine. I understand people say it leans out. Okay, so this video is about a couple of things. That clamp keeps coming loose. I've already tightened it gently. Now you can't tighten it very tight. It's one of those crappy Trident clamps. I think it's made in Australia actually, that brand. It's the cheapest shit clamp you could ever put on a car. Okay, they would have been better off doing one of these, but they come loose, and if you overdo it, you strip it. Okay, so what happened on my other one is boost would come out of there. This is as the car builds blow-by up. Now, to prove the blow-by point, okay, make sure that's dry. So that's a vapor hose. There's no pressure there. There is a slight positive pressure, but it's only from 2 cylinders. It's got a double PCV system for the Boxer. So, okay, for you guys, this is normal in every car, especially turbocharged cars have more of it. Okay, it is an issue. It builds up. It causes the car to detonate and lean out. It builds up in everything. Okay, and that's one discussion. I have mentioned when I do tune it, and I will go forwards getting a Mishimoto oil separator. So what this video was about was that clamp coming loose. Absolutely shocking stuff, because when it does, the car will start to blow this trumpet sound. It'll go brrr, and then bang. So what happens is it causes the hose to get damaged. Okay, so every time you retighten it, you're biting into that hose. Now it does have some sort of a locking mechanism on it, but it's not good enough, right? So that clamp is an issue. Don't touch it. Just gently do it. And you don't want to get a small screw. You want to get a fairly long, wide, flat, thin bodied screwdriver, and just gently torque it up. You do not want to go getting a screwdriver this long going like that. Okay, that's one thing. This is another. So now that I touched it, you can see this is popping off, and that will be rectified tomorrow at work. There we go. So there's a tiny bit of oil there now from the inside of the hose. This is a problem on the car. Okay, it is a problem on the car. I don't know what to tell you. It's shocking. Okay, how they expect this thing to stay on is by virtue of these bends. See that bend? That's what's keeping that hose on. Okay, but this popped off on my other car, and I hear everything, and I heard it go rah, 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 and I knew straight away there was something wrong. Now, on a separate note, when you modify anything, this has to be one of the best air boxes you can get, I believe. It's beautifully done. Okay, it's rock solid, but you're gonna have installation issues. This is very, very adjustable here, and you're gonna, get these clamps loosening up as well. So you can nip gently these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or whatever you've got there. from whatever else you use if you're modifying the airbox. So that's what that video is about. I just thought I'd pull over, have a look at it in the sun, check everything out, that everything, you know, looks all right. It certainly does. You can tell with cars, especially with these older sort of multi-point injection systems, when you get a vacuum leak, you're going to know about it. Subaru do use a map sensor and a mass airflow meter. So yes, I'm just trying to have a look here. Yeah, that's the mass airflow meter. That's the manifold absolute pressure sensor. They use two different sorts of things here, or maybe that's just used for boost only. I have no idea. Oh no, that's a vacuum area. Okay, so regardless, that the cars, some cars like GM, you'll never know you have a vacuum leak, or a Ford Focus, for example, I think. But here you'll know. Okay, if you leave your dipstick out, you might get slightly bad running. On a Volkswagen, the car will run like an Audi, the whole car will go rah, rah, rah. So, you know, make sure that, you know, as well here, these fall out. That seal can just pop off on a lot of cars. I'm not going to have a look at how tight it is here, but I know the Japanese. Okay, it's just sitting in there. So be careful with the oil cap. You don't want to drop it down there either. Okay, and the dipstick O-ring is pushed down and all these connections are tight. But the main thing here is that, because that causes damage to that red pipe. The minute you modify this car, you need to upgrade that hose and those clamps. Just spare yourself the misery. Just do it all up. You know, you pull the intercooler off and attend to it. Because if you're on the open road on a road trip, that can become a real problem. Of course, there are patches and solutions. You can always, for example, in an emergency, pour super glue over it and stuff like that. There are certain putties you could buy to just push in here once it cools off and get you home. But when that blows, you've got a real situation on your hands. Okay. Anyway, that's that. It's approaching 7,000 kilometers. Which is a tribute to how much fun this car is to drive. Today's dropped to 19 degrees and the power is significantly raised to the point where I don't want to tune it. So the only reason I'm going to tune this is to put to bed any myths with this, whether it's true or not that it needs a tune. InGen say it doesn't. And eventually, of course, to get it on a dyno, hopefully, and see what the power is out of the box. I know this car, especially driving it today, is significantly more powerful than the one I had before. There's no more, I know it is. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, yeah, that's driven hard, guys. I'm talking about thrashing it. So, yeah, on a warm day, you're going to have way too much weight to take off the line properly, which, you know, that's where the Golf R's got it on this car. You just punch it and go. Not here on a hot day, especially now that the weather's cooled off. I appreciate how much more power this is developing today, but not only that, how well it does go in the heat. It goes very, very well in the heat, but not off the line. Absolute dog off the line, and we know that. Anyway, keep an eye on this. Be very gentle, and yeah, marvel at the complexity as this is it. You know, whatever the next model's going to be, it's certainly not going to be this engine. And to who was it asking, should I wait? I don't know. Yeah, wait till 2019. There's a subscriber that wants this motor. So wait. They might bring an RA out. I don't know what, but you know, when the RA's got 5 horsepower more, and we know this car now on dynos is putting out more than the 2016. You know, I don't see the value in the RA. Unless it's magnetic suspension and that, I can't remember. But yeah, for those of you that don't know what to do, wait till mid this year. That I'm sure they'll bring out a hyper blue one, maybe with different wheels and stuff like that. So yeah, just wait, hang on a bit. I think their sales aren't doing too well because I really don't see any of these on the road. I really don't. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and thanks for your support again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.